Alright, so
Peace, peace, peace. Mind Ascension here, and sitting with my brother. You know what I mean? And we just gonna jump straight into this. I don't know what this is about. Like I tell y'all, when I do most of these videos, it's always so-called random, and random is always the best to me, man, because it allows me to tap into the subconscious. The answers come more clearly, you know, and you able to tap into an aspect of yourself, of a reservoir, instead of trying to be organized and having a prerequisite or something that's already fixed. But anyway, my brother, you know, whatever, throw it out, man. Let's go.
What's good, bro? What's good?
Peace.
All right, so I was telling you a few weeks ago that I took a DNA test.
Okay, all right.
So I took a DNA test, and it came back that I was 88% African and 11% European. Now the European side of me is Irish, Scottish, and Welsh. And you was going to tell me about the history of what these people were.
Now, first and foremost, let's get this out the way.
Okay.
For all y'all motherfuckers sending your goddamn DNA to some strange motherfucker somewhere else in the lab, collecting all of y'all goddamn black divine goddamn genetics and doing whatever the fuck knows with it in the first place, to come back and tell your motherfucking ass, who's the original root of this entire fucking planet, that you came from some small little tribe somewhere on this earth, and minimizing your vast divinity is fucking ridiculous. All right? I don't want to know about any tiny tribe anywhere about my ass, because I know technically I'm all goddamn civilizations, all religions, all gods, all people of this planet live within my 76 trillion and 12 to 22 stranded DNA.
Right.
Now, what we also got to go with, and as y'all know, I deal with source knowledge. Now, you spoke of Welsh, you spoke of the Irish, you spoke of so this. We also got to remember, these places were of black people, okay?
Right.
You have the black Irish, okay? You even have Welsh coats of arms showing Moorish heads that were the bloodlines of these families. See, only until recently, within the last maybe 2,500 to 3,000 years, do you have a higher population of Europeans within these areas. But remember, Europe was inhabited by the Grimaldi over 40,000 years ago. Europe was inhabited by black people for thousands upon thousands and thousands of years before this Neanderthal even walked the earth. So let's get that out the way first, all right? Also, understand that under Moorish rule, during the time from 711 and up, or 700 AD and up, you had Moorish coats of arms that they took great pride in, from Welsh, from the Irish, British, or the Brutish Moors, which is where British come from anyway. They took great pride of knowing that these black men of royal descent created these bloodlines, and therefore they created coats of arms for family crests showing these Moors on their crests, all right? So when we talk about being this percent Irish or this percent that, understand that that's your black ass too anyway. Because anywhere you go on this planet and you go back further enough, it's gonna turn black. It ain't gonna turn whiter, it's gonna turn blacker. So that's on that aspect. Now, the recent history of the Irish, which we're dealing with during the times in Europe where whether you want to call them a dark age or whatever, we got to remember the Irish was like the niggas of white people, okay? And the crazy part about it, now, here's an excellent book that y'all should get, which is a little difficult to get. I finally got a real copy. I had a Xerox copy for a while, but I finally got a real copy recently for $80, which is an amazing deal because it usually goes for about $250 and up. But a book called Dirt by Terence McCullen, okay? Go look for that book. That book gives you all the details and all the history of their lifestyle in Europe, of the filth that they lived in, the disgust. Now, about the Irish, think about this. Think about a group of homeless people who live in cardboard boxes, who piss in buckets, and then there's one group that the homeless people are disgusted of. That's the Irish to the Europeans, okay?
Oh, wow.
Now, understand, during these times, they did not have certain levels of plumbing systems. They did not have a system of sanitation, and therefore, the garbage, the filth, the feces of rodents and themselves piled up on the sides of their houses. So they would do certain habits in order to try to create a different environment for that rubbish or that accumulation of garbage to be separate for their homes. One thing they would do is they would cut a hole into a ceiling of a second floor, and they would shit through the hole, and the shit would drop into another room somewhere else in the house, and it would just pile all the way up. Another thing they would do is they would toss all their filth and their garbage to the side of a building, which is where your alleyways come from. Your alleyways were created to store trash and garbage. So when they would toss all of this shit into this alleyway, it would pile all the way up to the height of the building, and then when rain would come and certain things, they would wash into the streets. That's why if you study the history of London, London was considered one of the most filthiest cities in the fucking planet during the 1700s to the 1800s, okay? And London was so filthy, there was so much of a mixture of dirt, feces, and all type of mixture of garbage that it created a thick black mud that you couldn't even get off your shoe. Therefore, they would roam around in carriages. Nobody would like to walk the streets of London, and they would try to find ways to not walk the streets because of this filth on the ground that was impossible to get off of your shoes and impossible to get off of your clothes. Yeah. So basically what we're talking about is we're talking about a level of filth that is to such an extreme that you also have people of